What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Stark OJ here, and I'm back here with another video for you guys. And as you can see by the title and also by the thumbnail, this is the first episode of a new series that, or not really a new series, but more of a revamped series that I used to do called my takes on this character, which is pretty much a character not so analysis or something like that. It's OJ style analysis, so it's not gonna be in depth or anything of that nature. It's just gonna be certain things that I've noticed and I paid attention to the story. But which each character's having like pros and cons to me. They're my opinion at the end of the day. So if I say something negative about this character that you think that is something that's positive, please feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. I respect I respect your opinion if you respect mine, and that's pretty much how this little shebang is gonna go. Honestly, I'm planning on doing this because I really kind of like characters. I'm a character guy, so I'm really glad to get back doing this. And plus, for the character selection, this one was already in my mind. I was like, I've been wanting to do a Deku video, so this is the perfect time to start off this new kind of revamped series with Deku of all people, because I don't think I have many MHA videos on here. And I don't want people to think I hate MHA because of some of my tweets, but yeah. But as far as the rest of the way, I think that I'm gonna do like 3 character polls on Twitter every now and then. So follow my Twitter if you don't have it. I think it's linked to my channel now, so it should be in my links, but I don't know for sure yet. But yeah, I'll be doing polls for every like 3 character polls for those. So I'll let you know, or there'll be a post on there. Just vote on that post and for which character you want to see me, cover in that cross section. But hopefully you like the name. I thought about it and I thought about it. So yeah. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of it. So basically everybody know Deku is the main character from My Hero Academia, Hero Academia, whichever one you want to go with. They're both the same damn thing. So yeah, he's the main character of Horikoshi's, manga, like what, third, or I can't remember the exact number of what manga this is of his. But yeah, I really got to give props to Horikoshi for writing a main character like this, and I think that a lot of people have their own little things. But I'm just gonna start off with this. I think that Deku is entirely a overhated main character, as well as a overrated main character. Now, the reason why I say both of that is because there's no middle ground with Deku, and it's just people accepting that he's a great character. There's people who think he's the best protagonist that they have ever seen, which is a fair point. There's also people who think that he's the worst thing that they have ever fucking seen in their life, and that's also their opinion. But I feel like I'm more leaning into where he's a great main character for the series of My Hero, instead of just being like he's the greatest best thing ever, or he's just the worst thing ever. I don't think he's from my experience with My Hero Academia, I don't think that he fits neither one of those bills as a character. But yeah, I mean that's just up to your opinion on what you think about Deku. But I'm gonna give my take on it. So yeah, all right, let's start with the pros. The pros for Deku, I really have to start out with his role in the story of it. I think that a lot of people don't use role as a big thing to decide on what they like about a character, but I do, because I feel like role determines what kind of character you need for this. It's kind of like in basketball terms. If you're missing a defensive player, a person you don't necessarily need the best offensive guy to fit that defensive role. If you put that guy in the defensive role, he's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Versus if you put somebody that is actually a good defender or a great defender in the defensive role, they feel that need. And I think that that's why I like it is an important thing, because if that character has a certain, if a story has a certain need and a certain character that it needs to lead the story, I feel like fitting a person that fits in there is way better than a guy who doesn't fit there. Kind of like with Deku. Deku's not a character that's supposed to be raw or just, a meathead or anything of that nature. His high IQ and just his timid nature already fits the what was needed in the story of My Hero Academia. Because I feel like when it comes to My Hero Academia, for the second point of this, it needed a protagonist that needed to develop because of how the other characters are around them. I think that a lot of the other characters don't really need development that much compared to everybody else, especially compared to Deku himself. So a lot of the characters are already in development stages or are better off than Deku is initially at the start. But I also like the semi impactful role he does have and kind of helping develop others. I think that Todoroki is probably one of the biggest points I can make here. With his battle, he learned to start using his fire side instead of thinking about his dad every 5 minutes. He now uses his power because he now understands that it's really his powers. The ice power and his fire powers are derived from both his mother and father, but it is his power now. It's coming from his body, not his dad's, not his mom's. Those are his powers that he can use however he likes. And I think that that's what it's a semi kind of role that I don't see him playing often because Deku still needed a bunch of development in these stages, especially early stages in the story. But yeah, I feel like when he comes to his role, he plays kind of the both roles kind of decently. Better yet, I think he's the guy that really fits into that role where a lot of characters help him develop. All Might being his biggest helper there and helping him to understand certain things, and just everybody who has had an impact on Midoriya, I feel like that's what makes him a great character to me. He plays within that role, and there's a lot of characters that are just good enough to help him help him in his journey, but also playing that semi role of being there to help kind of encourage other people and kind of change each other a little bit, little maybe not that much, but a little bit for characters that are already in that stage of where there just needs a little push to develop. So I kind of like how Horikoshi did that. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump down to our the second pro for Deku. When it comes to Deku, the most notable thing that he has to an MC that, is character development. I feel like Deku has grown throughout the whole entire story of My Hero Academia, which also coincided with his role, like his initial role, just like I mentioned, that he needed to be he's in a situation where he can grow and develop without having to worry about everybody else needing that too. So that's why I feel like his development is really good because there's a lot of characters that can help impact that. So I also have I want spoiler alert, but I have All Might down there at the bottom for a con as well. So I feel like when it comes down to what All Might has done, All Might has helped develop this character that we know as Deku and helped him earn his MC spot little by little by getting more confident in himself and have more control over the powers that have slowly increased over time, and just the effects that come with them. So I feel like honestly, when it comes down to it, the main thing that Deku character revolves around is his development in the story, which is kind of relatable to a lot of people because he started off as somebody that had no powers, even though he might had luck into some powers. He trained for and he keeps on training for them to be able to unlock them and to be able to use them to the point where he has to continue this journey of living up to the All Might that he always looked up to. He has to be the one to make him proud, and because he has his power now, he has to be the one to be the hero. He got to be the one that actually, like I said, lives up to that All Might successor, because you got guys like Mirio and stuff like that. There are always in the talks of he could have been a better MC than Deku. So I feel like when it comes down to it, All Might has been a big factor. But I think that I have loved to see how Deku has grown, also without All Might's help as well. Him learning how to figure some things out, him learning a lot from Night Eye, him learning a lot from Endeavor, just helps push that needle further he needs into his greatness, his own greatness as a character. So yeah, only two pros. Don't get that twisted, because I can talk about those two big things because they're very big things and characters that a lot of people don't understand. But yeah, even though me and development have a really intriguing problem with each other. But yeah, so cons. The first one is kind of just lack of interest. I think that there's a lot of things that Deku does do well. He has a really high IQ. He's not what you would call a stereotypical, but I think that he's kind of boring for the first early stages. I mean, like seeing him work out was pretty cool, but I think that everybody else in the class was just more interested in him. And I feel like it kind of does fit to a certain extent, but I think that I feel like this is gonna be a short con anyway. That I feel like there should be I feel like he's starting to gain more and more and more interest later on, but I feel like he can't even win the damn number 1 place in fan voting. I think that everybody just likes every other character is better than him. I think that's kind of like a character and author thing. I think that he kind of did say he wanted to make Midoriya stand out a lot less from everybody else, but that make him a little bit interesting, man. Make him a little bit interesting. But yeah, and let's also talk about this All Might Con. One of the biggest reasons why I have All Might on here as a con and pro is because when it comes down to his cons, I think he kind of like not himself, but Deku kind of made everything he did about All Might instead of himself. When I say it like that, I mean like everything had to be just like All Might. He kind of lost the sense of Deku as a character for more of a All Might Junior type of character, a character that was only really doing anything not because he himself wanted to be a hero, but because All Might. And I think that it's all right to be influential because let's be honest, there's a lot of people who want to be Mike, like Jordan, like I mean that those are the same two damn guys, but okay, like Kobe or like LeBron. And I feel like that's all right, but it's always you have to carve out your own path. And I feel like at the beginning, that's kind of what it wasn't. He was more like a guy who was lacking individuality because he was trying so hard to be like this guy that he looked up to. I feel like it's a double-edged sword because yes, that can help him propel forward in learning. He has something solid to grasp onto, but it also hurts him badly because he sacrifices a lot of his own character to be something that to be something else and somebody else like a mini me. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things that, is a big con for him too. But last but not least, we're going to talk about what I want from Deku. Horikoshi, I am begging you. Can we please get a Deku point of view of his childhood and the Bakugo relationship? Because it's something that I feel like I hate because this could really actually benefit both Bakugo and Deku. The only time that we have ever seen point of views is have never been from Deku. It's always been from Bakugo, or it's always been from Bakugo's point of view, or it's barely gone into detail. So I'm hoping that it's just a want, man. Please go into depth on what that relationship was like. I just need a whole backstory, man. I know it's ending, so we probably won't get but I feel like it's a wasted opportunity too because it helps both characters out a lot. This fake rivalry that we have always it's a rivalry that I don't like because it feels forced. Bakugo really don't like Deku all that much. I mean, he likes him a little bit, but he don't like him all that damn much. But and it feels like a one-sided rivalry because Deku respected Kachan or Bakugo for all his pretty much all his life when they used to be friends, but we don't get much context from them, and it feels like a bad rivalry. They fought twice, and now everybody is saying that they're the best rivalry. I don't think that's true for me, but if you can believe whatever you want to believe, I just think that I feel like this will help out a lot both of those characters directly. It's just a lot that is up in the air, and I feel like it's only its final arc, or My Hero Academia is on its final legs, and I just still don't understand that relationship between Bakugo and Deku even one bit. All I know is that Bakugo said some asshole as shit, and then suddenly they friends because he found out. But it's just so many things that are just not answered, and they just don't make sense between those two. But yeah, as for a summary, damn, I went too long in this video, bro. As for a summary, respect Deku. He's a great character. A lot of people give him a lot of hate, and a lot of people give him so much praise. I think he's just a great character, and he's in that middle area of between a top 10 out 10 out of 10 character and just somebody who's everybody thinks is mid or the worst character ever. even though that's not the right word to use. Way to use mid. But yeah, overall, I think that there's a lot that Deku could improve for him, but I think that their time is almost up because of the whole Horikoshi stuff, and I don't know how that's going to end. I don't know how Deku's story is going to end. I hope it don't end the way I think it is going to end, but that's a discussion topic for a later video. So like this video if you're new here, subscribe to you, boy. I'm dropping more content, and I'm trying to drop more content, so you'll see more content from me. It won't be like a half of like 8 or like 9 months before I release something ever again. So I'm trying to get these videos out, and I hope you really enjoy them. I will try to do my best. I am going to be starting back college like next week, like not even just next week, like 2 or 3 days. So I'll be trying to get these videos out for a little bit. But damn, 16-minute video. But just please enjoy the video. This has been Stark OJ's character cost section, episode 1. Episode 2 polls will be future. This has been Stark OJ. Peace. Been Stark OJ. Peace. Been Stark OJ.